works only on the Windows. This guy, and there is a separate build for the same Visual Studio to be run on the Mac, right? But this Visual Studio Code, which is heavily used these days, right, for JavaScript development, web developers, or if you are using the Python, you can build the Python applications in there, or even with the .NET, right? So Visual Studio Code, and the best part of Visual Studio Code is it can work on Windows, it can work on Apple, macOS, and also it can be you can connect to the Linux environment, and you can build, you can do the development on Linux environment as well, right? So this is, I think, like amazing, right? And you can see a different binaries, right, for different for example, if you have the Windows 64 as installer, Universal, Linux 64, and more, right? It's just amazing. And so what we're gonna do, like, it's your choice, right? What environment do you uh, have, and whether, see, if you are a .NET centric developer, then Visual Studio is the best choice. And on the .NET, right, it has many more features, right? So Visual Studio definitely is more than what Visual Studio Code is capable, but it's not like, it has a lot of extension, right? So Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio .NET IDE is comprehensive for .NET and C++ developers on Windows, right? And the same thing goes if you are a Mac but you want to do the development, .NET development, right? Then Visual Studio for Mac is also good. This code is lightweight, but it's amazing, and I really like it. So we're gonna download the code today. So it's simple, like you can just download it based on, for example, Universal, right? This is the Universal code. We're gonna download it, and just downloading now for Mac. Okay. Now it's getting downloaded on my local machines, and once it is downloaded, we can install it. All right. So looks like it's almost done there. It's almost over. Visual Studio Code. Yeah. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on it. Right? Double click on the binary, and it will come. Right. So I am installing Visual Studio Code on my Mac machine. For you, if you want to use Visual Studio, like if you are going to build applications that involves multiple technology, for example, Python, Golang, JavaScript, or any other, right? The C Sharp is fine. So Visual Studio Code is best suited for that because they have a lot of extensions. On the other hand, if you have extensively, if your application is using .NET environment, then Visual Studio is best choice for that because it has a inbuilt lot of many features that you're gonna use it. So all right, so this is done, I believe. Let's see, we can verify it quickly. Yeah. So I have so many things running on my machine, right? So that doesn't look good. All right, so here we are. So the Visual Studio Code is installed on your machine. There are different themes you can select, whether you want to, if you like the dark theme, which I like the dark, there is a light contrast, okay, it will look like this. And if you are more colorful, then there is another option. This is the light one. So you have for light, dark, dark, high contrast, light, high contrast. Okay, so depend on your, this is completely your choice. I would go with this one. This is always with a fine, and you can start developing, right? So this is where like you can see the menus here, right? What you want to do. Okay, and you can select any folder where you want to do your workspace from the file, or you want to create a brand new one. That's absolutely okay. These are the extensions where you can install the extensions. For example, any, whether you want to develop in the Go, this is where you can come and install the Go extensions, right? You can, if you can see the Python, Jupyter's, PyPlay, C++, right? All these kind of extension based on your requirement, right? If you want to develop C++, or you want to build some applications that involve the Docker, right? It's all here. So you're gonna install all this. On the other hand, if you just install the Visual Studio, right? Many features built in, they just ship with the product. So you don't have to go explicitly and do all these things, right? So that's why I think this is what I wanted to show you, like how you can install the Visual Studio on or Visual Studio Code on your machine. Uh, Thank you so much.